Times of India called me from Delhi and wondered whether I would be able to do a few words for this program, for their radio. I read the piece and I felt that it was very inspirational, very uplifting for the country, and I asked them whether they would be interested in making a video out of this, because that would have a much greater impact and a much greater reach.
And that's how a radio campaign became an inspirational video. In keeping with their periodic social campaigns, the Times of India celebrates the spirit of the nation in India Poised. A campaign which aims at declaring 2007 as a year of reckoning, in which Indians should literally seize the moment. And who better than Mr. Bachchan to play the torchbearer?
Yeah, I think the piece is very well written. I think it's there is some amount of truth in the words that have been devised, and that's why it was inspiring enough for me to come here.
The video was shot at Bandra Worli Ceiling, which is one of the most ambitious engineering projects undertaken by India. And befitting the location was the theme of the campaign: an optimistic India versus a skeptic India. An India which achieves and not hopes. An India which has faith in success and not fear of failure.
I thought it was a great time to write a script like this, because this is that time when the conflict is at its most vivid.
As we are stepping into this 60th year of our freedom movement, I think this debate of India versus India, or optimistic India and pessimistic India, is very, very important.
The video campaign, which was completed in 7 hours, had a dapper Amitabh Bachchan against the backdrop of the Arabian Sea. And in true Bachchan style, he delivered the lines in both Hindi and English to perfection. Packing in the punch required for the inspirational campaign.
I think this is it's a wonderful cause for the nation, and anytime there is a call from the nation, one must put aside all personal matters and come forward and help towards it.
With the year 2007 being the 60th anniversary of India's independence, what better way to celebrate than to rid ourselves of the constraining ghosts from the past and embrace a brand new positive India. India Poised. Our time is now. Preeti Chaudhary in Mumbai for Times Now.
There are two Indias in this country. One India is straining at the leash, eager to spring forth and live up to all the adjectives that the world has been recently showering upon us. The other India is the leash. One India says, give me a chance and I'll prove myself. The other India says, prove yourself first and maybe then you'll have a chance. One India lives in the optimism of our hearts. The other India lurks in the skepticism of our minds. One India wants, the other India hopes. One India leads, the other India follows. These conversions are on the rise. With each passing day, more and more people from the other India are coming over to this side, and quietly, while the world is not looking, a pulsating, dynamic new India is emerging. An India whose faith in success is far greater than its fear of failure. An India that no longer boycotts foreign-made goods, but buys out the companies that make them instead. History, they say, is a bad motorist. It rarely ever signals its intentions when it's taking a turn. This is that rarely ever moment. History is turning a page. For over half a century, our nation has sprung, stumbled, run, fallen, rolled over, got up and dusted herself, and cantered, sometimes lurched on. But now, in our 60th year as free nation, the ride has brought us to the edge of time's great precipice. And one India, a tiny little voice in the back of the head, is looking down at the bottom of the ravine and hesitating. The other India is looking up at the sky and saying, it's time to fly.